Yo, shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us on this chaotic Monday. It's your boy Big Vern here in the App Stupid Studios. Had an action-packed show for you today. We talked some Shakur Stevenson. He washes William Zepeda, and it wasn't even close. Get our thoughts on that. Also, what's the way forward for him at 135 pounds? Like I said, it looks like a ghost town. Javante Tank Davis is tied up. The WBO strap, that's vacant, along with the Ring Magazine belt. So what's a realistic fight for Stevenson, the young master? We'll figure that out. Then Edward Berlanga, the pump job gone wrong. He gets laid out and knocked out by Hamza. And then we do a deep dive into his resume because it was pathetic and pitiful. Anyway, we pivot. We go to the National Basketball Association. And Mr. Terry Rozier has been cleared by the NBA for, they had him accused of gambling. They didn't find any evidence. They cleared him. However, the federal government still has the case open. Yeah, you find out what we think about that. That's a good one. Then there's Giannis Antetokounmpo. He makes liars out of the national media. They try to spin a narrative that Giannis was leaving somehow, and he didn't say that. He says he loves Milwaukee. He says he's not going to leave. Come on now. Let's do our thinking. Then we pivot and we talk some Laker basketball. The Luka Glaze and LeBron hate is just all outdoors. Yahoo Sports has a ridiculous article. They claim that LeBron is on the outs with the Lakers because, wait for it, they didn't tell him they were selling the team. I know, I can't make this up. And then we talked about the Superman movie. Yeah. Good, the bad, the ugly. Make sure you check that out. And now I'm going to talk about a diss record that has persisted for way too long, 40 years in the making. Just what is it? We'll get back to it when we get back from a rap album. It's your boy Big Vern. Give me a beat. It's your boy Big Vern coming to you live from the App Stupid Studio. We pushing a new album this month. The Clips, Pusha T, and Malice. Let God sort them out. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorite on the track is Chains and Whips with Kendrick Lamar, POV with Tyler the Creator, So Be It, Inglorious Bastards with Ab Lever, So Far Ahead with Pharrell Williams, Let God Sort Them Out. Chandeliers with Nas is probably one of the wildest tracks. I mean, just from the way the transition and the beats pick up, and Nas is always gonna bring the rhymes. I'm like, wow, the AR in the Saints mouth? Come on, bro. Again, we actively listen to hip hop around here. And by the grace of God, that one's heavy too. Clips, Let God Sort Them Out. Pusha T and Malice in stores now. Yeah, shout out to Clips. The album is dope. And I want to go here because they're celebrating Live Aid 40 years ago. And my message to the young folks is never forget who these people really are. This is the diss track that keeps going. Nobody's trying to touch this, but I'm going to go there because I ain't got nothing else going on right now. Now, when I'm talking about disses, I'm not talking about Drake and Kendrick. I'm not talking about Jay-Z and Nas. I'm not talking about KRS-One and MC Shan. I'm not talking about John 50. Hell, I'm not talking about Ice Cube or Common or even Ice Cube versus NWA. I'm talking about Live Aid. And why everybody, when they show you anything Live Aid, they try to show you Freddie Mercury and Queen. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But they never put Run DMC in the same sentence. And that's the problem. Live Aid was a concert that benefited starvation in Africa, in Ethiopia, to be frank. It was a concert on 2 continents. In London, they had a stage, and in Philadelphia, they had a stage. Every time it gets brought up about Live Aid, they only cover Queen and what they were doing over in London. And that's cool. I'm not going to sit here and begrudge anybody for going for that. But what I'm sitting here saying is, being immersed in the hip hop culture, I didn't know who the hell Freddie Mercury was. I didn't care who the hell Freddie Mercury was. Run DMC was larger than life. Because the same year that concert dropped in 85, Run DMC sold 1 million copies of The King of Rock. The year before that, they sold 500,000 copies of Run DMC, the self-entitled album. And so when you think about it, they was one of the bigger acts at that time, and nobody wanted to give them any press or any exposure. And I'm from an era where mainstream media tried to make it real hard for rappers to break through. They started blackballing all kind of directors who was trying to do videos for rappers. I mean, right now, these guys walking in with gold teeth and all these tattoos, and look, we had to pave a way for that to be possible. They don't mess with you like that. They only got into it because they saw a money factor. And when you go back and you look at Run DMC, how legendary that is, because Run DMC was not on Def Jam. Run DMC came off an indie label. And they changed the game. But every time when Live Aid gets bought up, they only want to show you Queen. It's like, oh, he did this, he did that. I don't care about that. Show me the dudes from Holland. Show me the kings from Queens. Come on now. Tell you what, there's a lot of stuff that was wrong with Live Aid, and it's still going on today. We'll go ahead and get into it when we come back. Give me a rap album. What up, what up, what up, what up? It's your boy Big Vern. We got another rap album. I know, it's like Christmas in July around here. Larry June and Cardo Got Wings. Until Night Comes. In stores now. Get it where you legally consume music, whether it be Apple Music, Google Play, or Spotify. My personal favorites on the track is 50s in the City, Black Man, Y'all Feel Me, with Larry June, Cardo Got Wings, and E40. Gotta Be Love, and Still Game Related with Payroll Giovanni and HBK. Until Night Comes with Larry June and Cardo Got Wings. In stores now. Yo, shout out to Larry June and Cardo Got Wings. Make sure you go get the project. We thought it was dope. We left off on the other side of the content. We were talking about things that was wrong with Live Aid then that still persist to this day. Now, we're not going to dispute Live Aid didn't do some good, because donations came in to help starving kids. That's never a bad thing. However, what is a bad thing is that how do you have a benefit for kids in Africa, but you don't want black people to be part of the benefit? Yeah, I said it, and I'm going there because they designed it as a rock and roll kind of benefit. And when they did that surgically, a lot of people knew what the business was and they didn't go for it. They knew what the business was. They saw what they was doing. They was like, I don't want to be a part of that. Hell, Stevie Wonder backed out on them. Even Stevie could see the bullshit they was up to. Michael Jackson turned them down. They only had 3 solo acts. 3 solo acts, meaning black people had to perform with nobody and we got the stage to ourselves. 2 on this soil, 1 in London. They made Sade perform in London. Billy Ocean, he performed, and Tina Turner, she had to perform with Mick Jagger of all people. Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones, he should have been over in London, but why was he there? And everybody, oh, you trying to play the race card? Yes, I am, damn it, because it's a diss track, and y'all not gonna sit here and whitewash how black people felt. Looking at a benefit that you got for black children in an impoverished land, and we got talent, and we want to go ahead and get in on that. But we had to go ahead and get guest spots. Not insulting that is. You got to get guest spots. And I know ain't nobody gonna go ahead and talk about this on this level except me, because I was around. I remember this is bullshit. This is bullshit. But like I say, if you don't bring it up, you let these other kids know, hey, look, everything was kumbaya. We was all wearing Jordan sneakers and Shangri-La. No, man. It's a whole bunch of shit that they did to us, exploited the culture for their own gain. And then don't even want to give you credit for being there. Profile Records, an indie label, took Run DMC the same year this concert jumped off, had 1 million records sold. They changed the game. They changed and broke it. And they put them on stage at Live Aid. DMC put that in my Adidas. We stepped on stage at Live Aid. All the people came and the poor got paid. But see, you would never know that because they don't talk about it. They showing you Freddie Mercury over in London. Okay, so what? And I'm not dissing Queen. Don't take it like that. A broadcast to 1.9 billion people worldwide across 150 countries. Rap music did that. Joseph Simmons did that. Daryl Mack did that. Jam Master Jay did that. And look how y'all don't even acknowledge them. Y'all ain't gave them their flowers. They went and turned that out. Now, I know Rolling Stones tried to put in there, even they got some booze and blah, blah. Come on, bro. They in Philly. These motherfuckers booed Santa Claus. They booed Santa Claus and shut him down throwing snowballs at him. Come on, bro. Philly's a tough crowd. But they knew, hey, look, it's 85. We got Philly rhymers too. I'm sure Philadelphia wanted some representation on that stage, and they had every right to do what they did. But that don't mean Run and them just ate it on stage. They got off. They King of Rock. You can go back and listen to My Adidas. You can go back and listen to Run's House. You can go back and every last one of them records still pound. But the way they was treated during this concert was just ridiculous. They got guest sets. We couldn't be main acts and have stage out to ourselves solo. We had to perform with other people. Patti Labell performed in Philadelphia. Y'all ain't say nothing about Patti performing at Live Aid. Ain't no documentaries on Patti. They don't want to talk about it. They want to show you Freddie Mercury. Why? Ashford and Simpson, they perform with Teddy Pendergrass. This is gasless. This is not the real deal. Bo Diddley, for a lot of you young cats who don't know who Bo Diddley was, he inspired Buddy Holly, the Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen. Come on, man. The Who, U2, George Michaels. Bo Diddley's the grandfather of rock and roll. That's what they nicknamed this man. Hell, George Michael's hit Faith, that's the Bo Diddley beat. They made him perform with a punk rock band. He birthed they legends and they made him perform with a punk rock band. I'm trying to tell you, this is the diss track where nobody got no smoke for Live Aid. Nobody got no smoke for Live Aid, and I can't figure out why. And it just wasn't American black people. You had British black people, and The Voice is a publication that was over in London. They were sitting up here mad because they couldn't get none of their acts on stage to be seen. Here it is, you largely have a benefit for black children in impoverished African Ethiopia, and you don't want black people to be a part of it. You know how arrogant that sounds? Here it is. We have some of the biggest entertainers on the planet. We even have people on a guest list that built your legends, that built the YouTubes, that built the Bruce Springsteens. And he sits here and says that Bo Diddley had a good, how many of y'all pack in stadiums and listen to Bruce Springsteen, call him the boss and roll, shake your hands, and here it is, Obama sitting down with him. Bo Diddley birthed that. We talking about the root. And now y'all gonna sit here and cut a documentary, or they'll do some other bullshit, trust me. But they're gonna keep showing you Freddie Mercury. Like Queen was the only place that was there. They ain't even acknowledge Madonna was there. Come on, man. I ain't falling for the flim flam. Y'all didn't want to put black Brits on stage to perform at the concert in London. You damn sure went on your way to keep black people from performing in this country on stage at Live Aid. We only had guest spots. Hell, the guest spots was so filled up with superstars and big name people, but somehow they couldn't get the stage to themselves. I'm telling you, this is sad. And I don't want anybody to get it twisted. You exist in rap because they saw rap cut a profit. And you look at where it came from. By all historians and documents, we talking about 1972, 73, maybe 74, when rap was birthed in the Bronx. 85, almost a decade later, well, more than a decade later, a music genre born out of the war on drugs, born out of gang violence, police brutality, was on stage being seen by 1.9 billion people across 150 countries. Run DMC did that. And from that, everybody sprang out of that. We already had KRS-One in the culture. They wasn't putting Chris on stage, Kenny Parker. They wasn't putting them on stage. No way. They wouldn't want Big Daddy Kane on stage. Hell, people had a problem with Big Daddy Kane because it was a rumor he was messing with Madonna. African Bambaataa, X-Clan. Shout out to the West Coast rhymers too, because we're not gonna forget them. They are brothers just like anything else. Too Short, NWA, Ant Banks, MC8, the forefathers who built that up down south, our brothers. Hip-hop is a culturally shared experience. But we gotta go ahead and we gotta start smacking people in the mouth when they disrespect black people. And I'm not ever gonna be cool with that. Dun, 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 dun. Well, that's the show. Thank you all for joining us. We had a great time. Make sure you smash the like and subscribe button and share the content. This is Big Vern, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.